Okay, so today we are going to be looking at LR, Beast Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, all the different titles that you have for the guy. We are going to be looking at him versus Red Zone Fusion Zamasu. So, with this guy, what I'm going to really kind of harp on, maybe 18 additional isn't the way to go with this guy, but I don't think full dodge is necessary because we are looking for stacks. So, again, Fusion Zamasu. This fight is difficult for him, but let's just preface this with, I know that the AoE phase he's going to be okay in because he has guard for, you know, the first couple turns that he's around, but once that guard wears off and we go type neutral, it is going to get ugly, so that's why we have Whis items around. So let's go ahead and hop into this fight, see what happens, and again, I just want to see how things go. So here we go. Right away, getting him with Piccolo is a good thing, and now let's see if we have intros on. We don't. Okay, perfect. So this is what we were looking for, right? A way to kind of get around these AoEs being too bad, right? So I think what I want to do is float off my GT Duo and then kind of throw Piccolo. So I guess maybe for the sake of doing it, I think this is what I want to do. I want to put the GT Duo slot 1, and then we can grab, because it's like, I don't know, because why I'm kind of like so hesitant is because we can get the 24 key. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get the 24 key. I think this is the way to go. This is a little bit risky, but I just kind of want to see how he would do. So 166k defense obviously is not great, but the thing with this Fusion Zamasu is that he cannot raise his super, or his attack on his super. So right away, Ultimate Gohan at 6.1. I want to see how he looks with normals, maybe potentially with a super. I believe we can nullify it though because it is a blast-based super, so a nice crit right there, and then we have a guaranteed additional for 5.4. So this will kind of be him in like his safest situation against Merge Zamasu, and then we will kind of see him at not his safest situation, right? So 7.3 right here, but the problem is, like, because I'm showcasing him, I'm putting him in slot 1, but the play here 100% would have been to float him off. So double digits right there. The GT Duo is going to take a lot, and then Piccolo should be fine because of the attack buff or the defensive buff that we have. And then right here, is he going to nullify the super? He is, yes. So there you go. That is a very good first showing, right? Because now the GT Duo can build up their damage reduction. We can get the heal coming in from Bulma, that support memory and stuff like that. That was a very good showing from Beast Gohan right there, because, you know, we got, what was that, a triple super, we didn't take any, he was taking double digits, and he nullified the super right away. So the only damage so far that we've really taken is from the GT Duo, but the argument is, you could say that that was a skill issue because I put them in slot 2 and kind of put them in harm's way, right? But that was done intentionally just to see how he would have fared in slot 1, where there were no hits beforehand, and we could have gotten his stacks in, and I really wanted to get that turn in with the 24 key, so that was kind of the objective there. And then everyone's favorite mechanic in the game right now, the no damage allowed mechanic. So the AoE is coming in slot 2 this time, so that is good. So we definitely want to put the GT Duo right here so they can build up. Let's get the big boy heal in with the blue duo right there, and that's perfect. That's going to get us almost all the way back up to where we want to be. We'll grab these to make sure that we get the damage reduction built in before the AoE, and then we'll grab these and we'll be ready to go. So floating off Trunks and Vegeta is a little bit risky, but Goku and Vegeta have their intro buff, and so we absolutely need to dodge this, by the way. Okay, perfect. So now we're good to go. That turn ended up playing out really well. So what we're going to do on the next turn in specific is we are going to probably float off Beast Gohan, just to ensure that we get the... Does he raise his attack on super? I thought he didn't. Maybe it's the second phase? Huh, I didn't think he raised his attack on super. But, what was I going to say? I think that what we should do is either float off Beast Gohan. Maybe we just keep him on rotation for the sake... Yeah, let's keep him on rotation for the sake of the showcase. But we'll see who links better between him and the GT Duo, right? Between World Tournament Goku and the GT Duo. That'll kind of give us a good guess to see how they're doing. But so far, this run is going pretty smooth. A little bit of damage right there, but I'm okay with that. And then that's some big boy damage right there. That's that attack raise on super kicking in. I didn't think that they had that, but I guess I was mistaken. But the super's already out of the way with the blue duo dodging it. So that is very helpful as well. So boom, there we go. Again, the 0 damage doesn't really matter. It's just about getting the build-up in on these hits right here. And then getting, the stacks are fine. And honestly, it kind of helps us stall out just a little bit, which honestly I'm okay with. If you guys have played this game for any amount of times, you know that stalling out isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world, right? So again, the HP isn't looking phenomenal here. So I think what the move is we, let's see how these attacks play out. But no standby here with the GT Duo, which is not phenomenal. But we do have the ability to, let's see. We can get the 18 key right here if we do this. And then we'll grab these for the heal up. And then we'll grab these for the additional heal up. So we're looking at 316k defense. I'm trying to hold on to my items if I can. That has kind of been the objective here, but let's see. So we still have our guard, 27k per normal right there. Not great, 30k on this. This is going to sting a little bit. Yeah, 200k, and then how much is this going to do? If he's guarding, yep, oh, it's going to be close, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be close. It depends on where the super comes down, and not having that standby is killing us right now. So there we go, decent damage. It's about just getting out of this turn at this point, though. So, again, the guard coming in clutch, he's not really taking damage for us. The GT Duo should be fine now because they've had their damage reduction built up from all of these supers. And then we just need to see one more turn, and then we'll have the standby ready to go with the other GT Duo, and we'll be able to move on to the next phase, right? But, again, a super right here is probably just the end of our day. Is that famous last words? It is not. 5k. World Tournament Goku, I trust to not take 70k right here. It just comes down to whether or not it's a super, but he can nullify that super. So, again, it just depends on how much he takes right here. Because we get out of this next turn, we're looking really, really good. But then things get a little bit, they do get a little bit tricky, because then we have to kind of, let's see, yep, one dodge, perfect. Okay, nullify it, and we're good. He did not. Damn, okay. So, a good first showing, not the best first showing, but let's just go ahead and hop right back in. Again, right there, just a little bit unlucky with kind of how everything played out. The AoEs to the GT Duo just ended up doing way too much. So, you know, like I said, not a terrible first showing from Beast Gohan, but like if you look at that run and you'd be like, oh, it was, you know, it was Gohan's fault that we lost that run. You weren't paying attention, right? So, I think we should just try again with the same team that we had, and maybe if we do run into a bit of a tricky turn, we perhaps pop an item or something like that, and we just avoid the issue entirely. So maybe. No, like World Tournament Goku didn't nullify, but I don't really, like, that was just kind of like an unlucky break there that we caught. So Super STR, let's bring another GT Duo, let's go ahead and hop right back in, and hopefully this turn it ends up being a little bit better, and we get the worst case scenario. So, double GT Duo is not splendid. That is for sure. So let's do this, and then we'll grab these for Gohan. And then what I want to do, because again, we got very unlucky, let's go ahead and pop this Whis now. I hate to do that, but just kind of the way that this one played out, it's going to force us into using items a little bit earlier than I would like. But as long as we get the 18 key with both of them, we should be good to go. And Beast also has the potential to nullify any supers that Zamasu decides he wants to throw his way. We'll probably get a double super in right here. Most of the time, you know, the double supers tend to be pretty consistent. But if we don't get it, that's not really the end of the world. But here we go. Boom. 3.4 right there. Decent damage, or decent defense, excuse me, he's tanking for double digits now, right? So now this GT Duo, with they'll have their damage reduction built up, and now unfortunately that AoE is going to do some damage to the third GT Duo, or the second GT Duo on the rotation, but we should be okay. But like, I guess let's just say in theory, right, we do 5 attempts and we don't get this. I think the evidence is there that like Gohan can look fine, but what we need to make sure we get in this video is a turn where he is at least 1 or 2 turns when he's in the second phase. So maybe like one with an item, one without an item, and just to see how he looks, right? So again, 123k there is not too bad, but the problem is now is that if he decides he wants to do the funny thing, the GT Duo are just straight up done, right? Maybe not, I don't know, because it just depends on the damage reduction, right? Because now they're gonna have a chance to build theirs up and stack it on top of whatever we get from the damage reduction item, right? Because we popped the Wii, so we already have 40% passively, and then it depends on however many supers we do, that will determine how many, like the damage we take, right? So lucked out there. And now with this rotation, what we want to do, with the item active, I'm pretty confident that this whole team will be fine right here, or this whole rotation. So let's grab these, and then with the Piccolo, we'll grab, how many is that? Yeah, that's the way to go. So now we're basically, you know, we're not at full HP, but we're at a respectable amount, right? So dodge the AoE, we're going to take a little bit of damage right there, and then it's going to be the same thing with Piccolo, because we do have our guard, but yeah, that damage reduction is nasty. And the blue duo is not doing what they're supposed to do, but that's such as life, right? Sometimes they have their moments. But on the next turn, we're basically just right back in the same situation we were in, where the GT Duo is going to need to revive. Beast Gohan's going to need to nullify a super, otherwise we are in trouble, because that AoE is going to sting a little bit. But at least we did have a chance to build up our damage reduction with the GT Duo, right? And it is the rainbow one, so it's like, I don't know if the AoE is going to absolutely put us in the dirt, but we'll see. So this could potentially be 0 damage if we don't crit. No, we did crit, so we didn't get the 0 damage. Nice, 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 nice. And if he wants to do this, yeah, we do have the potential to dodge it, because I do have them built pretty dodge heavy. No dodge there, but this isn't doing 500k. Yeah, no. I was confident enough there. I'm like, there's no way that does 500k. Not with an item active, not with the hit beforehand. Yeah, no way. So here we go. Yep, nice crit. Good job, Piccolo. And now, with this item active, we're having a chance to kind of safely build up our defense on a lot of units. And now, no standby for the GT Duo, which is unfortunate. And of course, because they have to do the same thing every single time, gamers. Gohan is at 216k. I want to get a turn in against the physical boss, so if we lose, I'm okay with that, but what we're going to do... Yeah, we're going to have to use the Whis again. I hate to do that. I do. But let's grab those. We'll grab these for the heal up on the GT Duo, and then we'll grab these for the heal up on World Tournament Goku. But that gives us the best chance of living right here. Again, it would have been very close. Like, even with the damage reduction item, we're still taking a decent bit on these normals, and, you know, the AoE is going to hit pretty hard. The GT Duo is fine, but they would have taken some for sure. And then he would have taken a bit as well. Just an unlucky break there, and this is where Ki can potentially become an issue for this guy. But again, like I said, I want to get to the next phase, so we'll bite the bullet there. And then 10 million from the GT Duo here is not bad, but maybe we'll get the full heal on the next turn, and then potentially we could have the revive with the GT Duo on the next turn, and then again we'll have a very good display for the, what's the word? The defensive prowess of what Beast Gohan could do, because I believe that the second phase is not, I believe he does a hit beforehand, so it's not just like a pure blast-based super, and that could potentially be a little bit problematic. So right here, we're good. They did a couple supers, they got their damage reduction built up. They also have an additional damage reduction stacked on top of that. Yeah, double digits, we knew that was coming. He had an attack lowering right there, and yeah, so his attack is not increased right now. I wonder why his attack was up. Is it because of the AoE? I'm not sure, gamers. If you know why, let me know down below on why his attack was raised. Because I'm not seeing an attack raise logo, and he already supered, so I don't know why his attack was up. I am not sure. Alright, so let's see. Boom, 1.5. Not bad. I mean, that's decent damage, right, from World Tournament Goku, considering he's only got 3.4 right there, and he hasn't taken any hits to build up yet. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So, boom. 1.7. Nice. And we get some more tankage in there. And now we have the full heal from the Bulma support memory. Don't need to use a standby here if we potentially have it. No need. The blue boys will be fine. I'm trying to think of how I want to play this rotation out. I think the move is we float these guys off. Then we grab, and I could be wrong on this. I've been wrong once or twice in my life. We'll do this, and then we will do this. I think that's the safest way to go about it, because we need to build Trunks and Vegeta up as much as possible for that AoE phase. Or for the physical phase, right? So I need them defensively to be where they need to be. I think floating them off would be a bad idea, because then we get caught into a slot 1 dilemma, where I can't throw them a slot 1 type disadvantage if they're not built up. So that's why I needed to put them on slot 1 and get them hit as many times as possible, so we have the best chance of survival, because we're not going to have damage reduction items, and that is going to be a little bit problematic. So get any damage in we can right here, make sure they take all the hits they need to fully build up, get their passive going, and we'll be ready to go. Getting the defensive raise from their active skill as well will be nice, so now they're fully built up, and that's exactly what we wanted. And now the blue duo will be able to do their thing. At 6.2, that's decent at 55%, right? And that's only the second time we've seen them at this point. That's pretty good. This could potentially do 0, by the way. No, 3 mil. Okay. I got nervous there for a minute. So now we have, oh, this is good. This is good. Okay, so this will be a very good opportunity for us, because what we can do, 190k, what we can do is we'll do something like this, right? Let's throw Piccolo in slot 1, and let's make sure we do this first, because what we want to do is revive on this turn. And is there any way I can make these orbs fall to where I'll be able to do a decent super with Gohan? 4, that's pretty good, because we got the support coming in from the GT Duo, and now we can protect them, right? So this could actually work out pretty well, depending on where that super lands. So Piccolo right there taking 260 and then 200k. Not great, not great. But again, with the damage here, what we can do, if we could potentially get out of this turn, or we could potentially get out of this little segment here against Zamasu. Yeah, so now we're at double digits. Now we're going to be able to see Ultimate Gohan at 24 key. We're looking at 9.3 on the first super, and we are going to get the standby buff, so we'll be able to get the revival in, because I don't believe that the GT Duo, assuming they don't do a super, or not a super, but assuming they don't do a double super, I believe, like, you know, Zamasu does enough damage to the point where there's a good chance he just does a super and we'll be fine. So a double super from Ultimate Gohan right there, a good showing. We are also able to hide him offensively or defensively, and then the next turn, maybe what we'll do is we'll put him in slot 2 and then kind of give him a chance, right? Because this run isn't about like getting the dub, getting the no item run and stuff like that. I want to kind of just see how this goes. So 194,000, that's honestly not that bad. I've seen, like, because think about it, like, because their defense is way gone at this point, and then 33 million. Whoa, that was a lot. Okay, again, we are in a good situation here. No, we're not, because the blue duo can dodge, but they don't have their guard. Oh, no, we'll put World Tournament Goku in slot 1. I think, no. Yes, no. I don't know who I want to hide here. I think I'm going to risk it with the dodge chance right here, but this could go south very quickly. I think this is the move, though. So it's going to come down to dodging, and they didn't dodge on... They dodged on one of the hits, but they need to dodge on the other one, otherwise we are in trouble. I don't believe the risk was worth it, because I knew they lost their guard, but again, it was like if it was a super Trunks... Damn it. Okay, let's do one more run, and then we will call it there. We should have thrown Trunks of Vegeta slot 1. That was on me. That was a skill issue for sure. I was risking it with the dodge, and it didn't pan out. But we'll run the same team. Maybe, I think maybe what we'll try in this specific run is we'll do this, right? We're going to take the blue boys off. Yeah. We'll take the blue boys off this run, just to kind of, no, yeah. This is what we'll do. We got it. Who's the last unit? World Tournament Goku? Perfect. So now, if we potentially kind of work things in our favor, we could potentially get the standby with the Majin Buu Saga unit, and we should be good to go. So this is a good opening rotation. Piccolo will help. World Tournament Goku will help as well. It just depends on which GT Duo this is. This is my GT Duo, and the AoE is in slot 1. So unfortunately, that is going to force our hand, and we do have to use a Whis, because we're just going to take too much. So we'll do this. We'll get as much key as we can in with you. Perfect. We'll go 24 key with them. And then with World Tournament Goku, we don't need any. So that is a good setup right here. And then with the damage reduction that we have in play for... So this is going to be like 100k, right? Yeah. Not terrible. This next rotation, the setup we're going to have is going to be good, because the Buu duo will be able to kind of take some hits and have that damage reduction built in, so we should be fine. Yeah, 4,000 right there, good. We can build up Orange Piccolo. I guess we'll just keep him in slot 1 with somebody, just to keep for the sake of the rotation, but this has kind of been a little bit of a problematic 2 runs so far. Again, just got unlucky with how we had to play the damage reduction and stuff like that, but we'll let Merge Zamasu build up Piccolo's attack right here, so that the potential to do 0 damage again will go out the window, because, you know, right there, seeing an ultimate or an 18 key hit for 0 damage is a little bit demoralizing sometimes. But here we go. Boom, 2.4, not bad. Well, that is not very good, but we always try and be positive when we can be. The Ultimate Gohan will have damage reduction and guard on the next turn, so he will be fine in slot 1. We'll be able to kind of stack up the Buu duo a little bit in slot 2, and then, well, maybe we float off the Buu duo. It just depends on where he goes, right? Because like if we get that standby with the Buu duo, we have a defensive wall, so that'll be very helpful as well. We can kind of supercharge it. You can do the strategy where you use Orange Piccolo and stuff like that. If you guys don't know about that, maybe I'll explain it. I saw that on stream and it was kind of glitchy, right? Where it's like you get you essentially with when orange, so like you grab orbs, then you go into Orange Piccolo, and then you get a second turn, right? So then you get even more orbs and you can supercharge that thing. It's crazy. It's a very good strategy. I'm sure most of you watching the video probably know about it, but I learned about it the other day, and I was like, "Whoa, this is sick, dude!" I had never seen anything like it. Okay, so AoE again in slot 1. The game is being very mean to your boy right now. Yeah, slot 1 for them. Bad orb placement for you. So what do I want to do right here? How do I get the orbs to fall the way I want them to? I don't. Actually, I think this will work. Yeah. That was the way to go. Terrible orb placement, but Beast can nullify the super right here, so if you want to go ahead and do that for me, that would be ideal. Thank you. Smack it away. See you later. 28k is not great. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. 37, and this should do what, like 80? 78. Very close. Very close. So 5.7. Hopefully we get an additional super in. Then on the next turn we have who is it? It'll be the GT Duo. It'll be Piccolo, and then it'll be Trunks and Vegeta. And then Trunks and Vegeta, I suppose I could float off and keep with the GT Duo. I think that might be the way to go. But Piccolo at this point is going to hold it down. So was that a triple super right there? Very impressive showing there from Ultimate Gohan. So it's like, you guys can see, I haven't been able to get like the ideal turn, because it's like, of course, what I should have done is just like, I don't know, because it's like, if you think about it, right, let's be real. Ultimate Gohan would have lost us the run if I threw him in slot 1 on that last one. And that's just because the way he is built, that's just how it goes, right? But if you're going to give me a run where he's going to take no damage and just like put him in slot 2, that's what I'm going to do, because it's just smart, right? We needed to get the revival, but I didn't want to proc it early. So I was like, let's throw him in slot 1, or throw, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Piccolo. I mean, I really lost that run because the blue boys threw, but that's okay. It just gives me another run for the sake of the video, so you guys get to see more of a sample size for this fight anyway. So I'm pretty cool with that at this point. It's good for showing off, right? So boom, there we go. Nice, 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 nice. No need for the support memory just yet. The AoE again is in slot 1, and that's a lot of hits for Trunks and Vegeta on the end, so I'm kind of okay with just putting them there. Then right here, Piccolo will give the rotation 2 key on that hit. So no, I don't think we needed an item right here, but that AoE is going to do like 200k. Piccolo will be fine. I'm not worried about Piccolo. The GT Duo had a little bit of a chance to build up their damage reduction. Let's go with no item. We'll see what happens, but I do think this might be a misplay. So let's see. So right there, not worried about that. This could hurt, right? Yeah, 171 and then 108. It's going to come down to whether or not he supers on this turn. But that was a lot. That was a lot. We are definitely getting risky here. This is a risky for the biscuit type of situation. So not terrible. That is pretty bad damage, actually. But now their damage reduction is going to be fully built up. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. On the plus side, I believe we will be getting the standby with the Z Duo, depending on the Bulma support memory proccing. So that'll help. There we go. Ah, he supered. Damn. Okay, so one more run. 297. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe we almost survived that. That was not awful. But okay, yeah. So I mean, we have 5 attempts. So like, if this video is like 29 minutes, then it's not the end of the world, right? All right. The game is being very slow right now. There we go. That was weird. I don't know what that was. Yeah, let's just go back in with the same team again. I don't really think that was on the team. Just a very unlucky spread. So when we say that this ZAMASU is super oppressive, that's exactly what we mean, right? Because right there, it's just he decided that he wanted to do the AoE in like on slot 1, like literally every single turn, right? So he was just like, okay, bud, you get AoE'd, you get AoE'd, you get AoE'd, and it's just like, what am I supposed to do? I literally have to use an item if he's AoEing in slot 1. And he's AoEing in slot 1 again. So it is very consistent that the AoE is in slot 1, like very consistent. So again, have to use an item. I hate to do that, but if we want to see Ultimate Gohan in any capacity at this point, we need to use that item. Because the AoE is just going to hit too hard. This is going to do a lot, right? Oh, double digits. That's that Rainbow Star kicking in. And they dodged. I'll take that. Yep. Perfect. So we do have a decent rotation here with the 8-year LRs, because the 8-year LRs, when they're paired together, are very nice. Okay, 5.2 right there. I was taking a sip of my coffee this morning. You guys can see it's 8 in the morning, so we're up bright and early getting this recording out. 3.3 right there. Nice. Getting a whole bunch of attacks in to build the damage reduction. We'll take, honestly, the 0 damage hits I'm okay with. At least in that case, because then it just gives us another chance to build up. We built up our damage reduction. We have an item going. We're good on this. We're fine. Worst case, this does like 90k. Yeah. So now the Z Duo at 9.4, that'll help, because if we can get like a bunch of stacks in with these guys, get to the standby, this is going to be a much more impressive showing from the Z Duo than the last fight, just because we're going to be able to kind of pierce through that damage reduction, or not the damage reduction, but we'll actually be able to do some supers, because on the last run we weren't able to do any supers, and it just got ugly, right? So here we go. This is 2. I believe we have 1 more coming in after this. Yes. So now they've had some respectable stacking, right? Like, it's nothing too crazy, but on the next rotation, we are going to have Ultimate Gohan. He'll be ready to go because he'll have his guard, he'll have his damage reduction from the item. Trunks and Vegeta could be a little bit problematic in the last phase though, because they're not going to build up nearly at the rate that I would like them to. But that is kind of just the luck of the draw sometimes, so 0 damage right there. Again, like, it's not really the end of the world in this case, just because we're just trying to build them up anyway. They're not here to do damage, they're here to just like be a little tanky, so right there, 9,000, not great. But now we have, let's see. This is where it always gets tricky, because I'm trying to like set it up properly. I think if I grab these with Piccolo, I'll be able to get a bunch for Gohan. No, actually. Just an unlucky break there. Okay, so maybe this will be a good showing for when he doesn't have the situation perfectly catered towards him, where he's not going to be able to get that double super in and stuff like that, like he has been basically this whole run. So I think maybe throwing him in slot 1, well, getting that 2 key will help, but maybe not throwing him in slot 1 will be kind of like a good thing, just to show how he'll look, and not getting him the 24 key, because he's not going to have that guaranteed additional super like he would if he had 24 key, right? So not even getting the 18 key right here will be nice, just because it gives us a different scenario, because like this is the big kind of gripe with this Gohan, right? It's like, oh, he has a key problem, and that's definitely not like an invalid criticism, but I think it would be good to kind of get it in the video, right? Yeah, so double digits right there, you know, Piccolo doing his thing. So 4.2, nowhere near as impressive, and you guys saw the defense was like 161,000, so that's nothing too phenomenal. But there we go, and now we don't get the guaranteed additional super, and with the item active, you know, we are getting the double digits, so that is nice, and then the next time we see him, he will still have his guard, so that'll be nice, and we were able to take a little bit of damage there from that AoE, so that could potentially help us get set up in terms of, like, things that we need for standbys, and stuff like that, like maybe we could get the what is it, the Boo Duo into their standby, so we can get that built up, get the Super Spirit Bomb ready to go, we get the defense that we need. That'll be very helpful for this run. That'll also probably save us from having to use an item on this turn, or the next turn, because like the GT Duos had their opportunity to build up, but it's going to come down to World Tournament Goku and how many hits he takes in that third slot. That's where things could get a little problematic, right? Maybe we just use the revival as soon as possible, get it out of the way, get World Tournament Goku his buff. We'll see how it goes, right? Assuming we can even do it, because I believe Bulma will heal us up, because it'll be turn 3? So there we go, 71, 26, no. Can we even? No, we can't even do the standby. Okay, so just completely axe that thought out of your head. Whatever I was just babbling about, ignore it. So 456k defense with type advantage. The AoE is in that second spot. We'll grab, let's grab these. Boo Duo slot 1, no guard. I don't trust them. I hate to do that. I got scared off. Let's see, was my decision justified? I don't know, we probably wouldn't have made it out of that turn, huh? Damn. I got scared off. Spoken as a man who's been burned by the AoE one too many times. Ugh, that sucks. Oh well, if we do kill him this turn, we'll have Orange and Beast Gohan still guarding on the next turn. Well, we won't have Orange, but like Power Awakened Piccolo will be ready to go. The GT Duo at 100% could potentially do a lot right here. How much would this AoE have done? With the item, yeah, we would have been fine. Why did I do that? I'm mad at myself. I shouldn't have done that. I didn't think 400k was enough. Silly me. All good though. I don't mind having damage reduction for the next turn. Not the worst thing that could have happened. Yep. Can you crit, please, just so we can move on to the next phase? I would like to see that on the next turn, just so we could have it. And then that should help us set up the standbys pretty well. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So now, we still have the damage reduction active. Yeah, that'll actually be very good for Trunks and Vegeta. And then we have the support memory, didn't matter. We could potentially do Orange right here, but I don't think that's smart. So if we do this, I just want to see something. Is there any way to work around the orbs for a 24 key? No. So let's do this. We'll break this first attack right here. So that'll be good. That action break right there is very good. That is important. So I think if I do this, how can I set up manipulate the orbs? Is that going to work? No, there is no way to get the 24 key. Damn it. Okay, actually, so Piccolo getting hit is going to give us the 18 key, so that will help. And we do have an item active right here. So once Piccolo does get hit, that will be helpful as well. And just kind of the way this played out, nothing too spectacular. And then this item right here with Piccolo, we should be good. Defensively, he's all right, especially with an item active and guard. Yeah, so like Gohan is still going to have his guard right here, and that did 5,000, so perfect, yeah. That guard right there was actually huge, so this will kind of be like a good setting for him, right? So like 5 point, what we see right there, that wasn't the best super attack stat, but there we go, decent damage, and we are going to get the additional super in for 8 million. So if we see him again on the next turn, hopefully we can do the standby with the GT duo, and then we can see them without the item active, right? Because this is with an item active, and then you know double digits right there. So if you can manage to get to this phase by turn 4, you can still have the guard, and he'll be fine if an item is up, right? But now the next turn, this is when things kind of get real, right? Because we're not going to have the situation tailor-made. It's not going to be catered to them well. And just to play devil's advocate, I could easily just be like, okay, let's do orange and stuff like that. But I don't think that is a proper evaluation for the unit. I don't think that, you know, it does it justice, right? Because then we're just hyperinflating the situation and making it like more realistic than it should be. So what I want to do right here, 266, 692, 298. So this is what I want to do, right? Yeah, so we'll do this standby for the slot 1 tankage, right? Rainbow Orb change. We'll grab all of these, so he'll be ready to go. Let's get this in now, because we might not have another opportunity to use it in this video. And if that hit is not enough, we should just be good to go either way, right? Because this is going to be a very high attack turn, because again, he's not taken, he'll be fine. No item is active now, but with that being said, right, I think this will be a good showing, because if he does do a super right here, we're good. But yeah, 15 million, holy hell, that is a lot. And so now, 11 million on that, and then this isn't gonna kill. It's only gonna do 185. So the idea, yeah, 13 million from them. Yeah, that's impressive. That is good. So they're going to just like shred through this, right? That health bar is going to be in trouble because they're at 24 key. Maybe this became the GT Duo showcase on accident. So I wouldn't mind if Zamasu supers right here and we still do like lose the run on this turn, because we kind of need them to, and he did not. Okay, so that does become a bit of a problem, because I really don't want to do this, but I kind of want to win the run at this point. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just get this in here, because he's gonna take a lot from normals either way, so we might not even win the run. So let's just make sure that the super goes so we can get to the next turn anyway. So I'll speed this up. I'll be right back. Alrighty. So now this is going to be. We might have to cue the circus music, ladies and gentlemen. This is not going to be pretty, I don't think. This could get ugly. No 18 key either. Not ideal. Not ideal in the least. Maybe what we do, we do this, and then we do that. I think that was the play, because we can get the 24 key that way. 219, yeah, this is over. This is what we like to call Jawadi Die here in the business. 212. World Tournament Goku's got to be guarding. It's not good. Just not one opportunity to showcase. Yeah, this is the Merge Zamasu fight in 35 minutes, right? It's like when you try and showcase a unit, it's like most of these turns when you were watching, it's literally like every scenario that I was put in, it was certain death. And it was like if I put him in slot 1 right there, he would have gotten torn up. Piccolo just took a ton from normals, and it's just going to come down to how much is World Tournament Goku about to take right here. Yeah, 400k, no guard. I don't want this video to be an hour and a half, but there you guys go. I feel like we got a lot of different sample sizes for Ultimate Gohan. Spoiler alert, he would have taken the damage right there and lost anyway on the normals. So let me know down below what you guys think. I think Ultimate Gohan is serviceable, but again, it can be tough sometimes. That even with it's because like when you watch these runs, it's clearly like okay, Ultimate Gohan was not the reason that we lost there. And that's sometimes just how it goes. So don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy this video. Subscribe if you are new and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Dokkan Battle content. Thank you guys for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.